The Sugar Act was one of the first seeds planted for the American Revolution. The Sugar Act set a tax on sugar and molasses imported in the colonies, which affected rum manufactured in New England. Molasses is a byproduct of sugar, and the colonists mainly exported sugar from the West Indies. The rise in taxes meant more money for Britain. This made the colonists mad, causing anger and resentment towards Britain. The Stamp Act was the first internal tax levied directly on American colonists. Colonists argued the act was unconstitutional and resorted to mob violence towards the tax collectors. The issue of taxation without representation had been raised. The Boston Massacre occurred on March 5th of 1770. British soldiers were in Boston to stop any demonstrations from happening. Instead, they brawled with colonists. Then a mob of colonists went to the customs building and threw stuff at British soldiers. The soldiers then fired on the colonists, killing 5. The Tea Act's main purpose was to bail out the struggling East India Company. The British gave the company monopoly on sale and importation of tea in the colonies. Because of the Tea Act, the colonists organized the Boston Tea Party. On December 16, 1773, colonists dressed up as Native Americans boarded East India Company ships and threw tea overboard into the harbor. The Intolerable Acts were acts passed because of the Boston Tea Party. These acts were placed to enforce obedience and to remind colonists we suffer in the common cause. General Gage arrived with 4 regiments of troops and began raiding colonists to seize colonist supplies of munitions. He was able to successfully seize some supplies, but not all. Massachusetts militiamen attacked British soldiers who tried to take military supplies from Fort William and Mary. The attacks on February 9, 1775, the King and both houses of Parliament declared colonies in a state of rebellion, approved all necessary means including force to compel colonists. The Battle of Lexington and Concord, fought on April 19, 1775, signaled the start of the American Revolution. 700 British troops marched to Lexington versus 77 militiamen, and someone shot, and the battle began, with 7 militiamen dead and 1 British soldier wounded.